What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the lounge. Glad to be here with you guys once again. As always, I appreciate you guys, and I hope everybody is having a good day. I hope that this short podcast will maybe, inspire some of you, kind of give you a little bit of motivation if you're just having a rough day, or just life in general is, just seeming really sucky to you. I've got some positive things that I want to talk about. Sometimes I talk about things and I don't think, that it's, I get that not every time I talk about stuff, people's going to be like, hey, that really is good, or hey, that really helped me. But I want it to be there to where when you do have one of them days, you can say, you know what? I'm going to go listen to that vlog. I'm going to go listen to John talk about that, because that's what I'm going through right now. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about some stuff just to kind of give you a little bit of motivation. If you're going through something now or later on, you can come back and it's there, right? And then I'm going to be talking about all of us in general and the lounge a little bit, to give you a little more encouragement and motivation and better self-esteem, or whatnot. So hopefully this isn't super boring to you. I hope that in one way or another you can find this useful. I don't expect that every story that I tell be something where everybody just finds it to be just super amazing, or oh wow, look at him go, or whatever. But I do think that at one point or another, people come and listen to the different speeches that I give, because it can help them. It can help you through a rough situation, right? That's what's important. That matters to me. So hopefully this will help you. And if you want to leave a comment or a question or whatever the case might be, please feel free to do so. And you're going to find some links down in the description for every podcast. They're going to start being on the page listed down below, which is johnnyspodcast.com. So if you catch it on YouTube, more than likely you're going to find it over there. Please bear with us. I'm still working on the design, making it look good, making everything, work out. So anyways, for that said, let's go ahead and get started. And to my special shout out tonight, I would like to give a shout out to Kentucky Girl and to Jag Girl. I hope you guys, all of you guys, are doing okay tonight. And I hope that you ladies are doing alright tonight. For that said, let's go ahead and get this podcast started. Here we go. So welcome everyone to the lounge again. Shout out to Jag Girl and Kentucky Girl. And of course, a shout out to everyone else out there, all the loungers, all my mods. I would like to first give a thumbs up to all the mods and everyone else out there that is a part of the lounge. Let's just give a big applause to the mods for doing such a great job when we are live, and even when we're not live, when we're not even on. They're keeping an eye on, comments, all that stuff, helping us keep it moderated to the best of our abilities. Obviously, I don't do very good with the modding, due to by the time I find a message, they could already have 20 more horrible messages in the live stream or whatever, right? So, thank you guys for that. Thank you for putting so much care and concern into your job. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys being a part of the lounge and also being a part of that mod squad that we have. I think we've done pretty good putting together the mods here, so thank you guys for that. I appreciate it. And to all the other loungers, I would like to thank you for being so supportive and being just polite and generous and kind to each other while we, here lately when we've been on live streams, everybody's been getting along good. And, that does mean a lot to me. I really do appreciate that. And sometimes that's hard to do, especially, especially if you got two loungers that really might not care for each other. They're still coming in the lounge and they're trying to give the most respect that they can and be respectful to the best of their abilities as well. So I want to thank you guys for that as well. You guys have been very supportive and just, I really appreciate that. I really do. Not counting, you guys being polite to me. Everybody just, being good to each other. That really does mean a lot to me. And I think it really means a lot to you guys too, to be able to know that, hey, I can go in the lounge, I can hang out, and get along with other people without all the, fighting and the hate and all that stuff that we see so much around the YouTube platform. And it's not YouTube's fault. It's unfortunately just, something that's going to happen. There's going to be that type of stuff that happens. And the most that we can do, honestly, is learn to deal with it, to ignore it, and to move on. And sometimes that's really hard to do. If anyone should be getting a big applause right now for putting up with a lot of drama and a lot of hate and a lot of just negative stuff, I think we should be giving that to Tina, the angry neighbor, because she's been dealing with a lot of stuff. So, Tina, big thumbs up to you. I know it's rougher than what you let on. I know it's harder than what you put on. I know that it bothers you more than what you show us by the strength, just a good positive mindset. You really put off a good example of that. And I think we just really need to, give you a big pat on the back, a big hug, a big thumbs up. And hopefully that will start to change, now that she's got the law involved. They're starting to trace down on, locations and all that stuff. These people might not think that's happening, but man, anyways, big thumbs up to you. That's all I'll say. So the first thing I want to talk about is the environment here at the lounge. The place that you can come to and find support. A place that you can go to and, you could be having a bad day, and you can go to the lounge and we'll do our best to put a smile on your face, or at least give you that feeling of comfort and love and support. That's what it's about. It's not always about the drama and the hate and the, laughing. Laughing's good, but it's not always about laughing. It's also about being supportive, right? And that's exactly how we've been here for a while now. And, I think that's really important. We go out and we have a long day. It's nice to be able to go to a channel after a long day and feel relaxed, comfortable, and feel in place and not out of place. I'm not saying we're the only channel that talks, we're the the YouTube admins and the the host of the videos, you know, I'm not saying they don't talk to their viewers, but I really feel like we're more than that. I really do. We have gotten to know so many people through here, and not because of all the negative social media. Look how many people fuss back and forth. So then they end up knowing one another because of that. That's not why we know each other. We know each other out of respect. And I think that says a lot for a channel. I really do. So I just want you to know that anytime that you're having a rough day, that you're feeling down or just aggravated, come to the lounge, give it a chance, try to kick back with us and join in on the conversations. We kind of talk about a little bit of everything here. It's not just about one specific topic. You know, in most cases, every Sunday we have the Raising Awareness. We've not had that for about 3 Sundays now or so, just due to everything else going on. But we cover a lot of different topics. And what I like trying to do is coming on and taking a situation that I might have been going through, or a situation I've seen someone else go through. I like to try to come on and talk about different situations so that it can possibly help you to get through that kind of situation, or to keep you from making the wrong choice, you know, and making it rougher on yourself. Sorry about that. I just smacked my microphone. And again, I'm on this headset microphone, so the audio sucks. I know it does. The last thing I wanted to talk about tonight is self-esteem toward yourself. I'm going to go with Anonymous here. I got a message from Anonymous. And this person just really looks down on themselves in a very negative way, because of all the insults that this person has been given for so many years. I'm going to briefly point something out here. That way, if you've not tried it, I want you to try it. And some of you might have already tried it. Some of you might still be doing it. I'd really love to get someone in here that's done it, so they can give their feedback on how it worked out for them. But I want you to do that morning exercise, that mindset exercise that I've spoke about before, by waking up, taking 3 or 4 minutes, and giving yourself positive thoughts about you. Nobody else. Just about you. Remind yourself how smart you are. And don't sit there right now and say, well, I don't feel that way. Whether you say that or not, I want you to do it. Right? I want you to give yourself positive feedback in the mornings for 3 or 4 minutes, and I want you to challenge yourself to do it for at least a month. Nobody's going to know you're doing it, so nobody can be like, oh, that person's talking to himself. Nobody will know. And the only way I know is if you report back to me and say, hey, I did that, it's working so far, I'm on day 8, day 9, whatever. I know it works. When I wake up, and I'm not kidding you, when I wake up, 90% of the time, really 95% of the time, I feel positive about myself. I don't even tell myself positive things anymore, because now it's just natural. It just comes natural. And I'm telling you, there's no better feeling than that. There's nothing that can make you feel any better than that. You will feel really, really good about yourself. You all got to stop listening to people. I know that's hard. Trust me, I know. You don't know how many times I've been called names on here, and even when I was a little bit younger, in my mid-20s and stuff. You have no idea how many times I was put down. I still get put down. But you know what? I'm better than that. And guess what? So are you. Let's just say, for example, I'll use an example. I'll make one up. Let's say Kentucky girl. Let's say that you're being criticized every day. Every day. If you stop listening to what they're saying to you, and you turn that around, and you use something to make it into a positive about you, and you try that morning thing out where you give yourself positive comments to yourself, those things those people say, it's going to start becoming less and less important. And you're going to be like, whatever, shut up, right? If you want to feel better about you, sometimes you gotta go the extra mile and start giving yourself a little bit of a workout in your own mind, because it's worth it. Nobody deserves to be hated on and to be put down all the time, but it happens. And instead of us sitting there trying to figure out ways to make them stop, we have to figure out ways to deal with it, to ignore it, to use it in a positive way, to turn it into a positive instead of a negative, right? No matter what you're going through, it does get better. And the quicker you start focusing on yourself, right, the better you're going to feel. There's something I was going to talk about tonight, but it's going to take too long to cover at too, and it's got to do with your inner scorecards and your outer scorecards. Now, instead of me talking about that tonight, I want to ask you if you have any idea of what I might be talking about. And I want you to leave your comments below on what I might be talking about. And then I'm going to go live tomorrow. And we're going to be talking about inner and outer scorecards. And how it affects our lives so much. And honestly, it's the outer scorecards that really affect our life more than anything else. And if we could start using our own inner scorecards, I think you would look at life a lot differently. We all would. I still need to work on it myself. So, I want you to think about that. I want you to leave your comments. And I want you to start working on a positive mindset. And mainly, I want you to know one more thing. You are not alone here. If you want friends, this is the place to find those friends. If you want support, this is the place to find that support. I might not say it every day, but I do so heartily believe in every one of you. And I believe that every one of you have wonderful things about each and every one of you individually. I believe that. I believe that about Mom. I believe that about Tina. I believe that about Jag. I believe that about KG, I believe that about RP, I believe that about every single one of you. Every one of you. So I want you to think about that. And I want you to remember that when you are having a rough day, come back and listen to this. Remember that it's here. And just remember that what really is important is how you feel about yourself. And once you start changing the way you feel about yourself in a positive way, all them things people say, it's just going to be garbage. I love every one of you. I respect every one of you. And I hope that you can use this to your advantage when you're having a bad day. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow night on live stream. Well, midday, whatever. And we're going to go and talk about some more positive things, inner and outer scorecards, and whatever else we can get into. I love you guys. See ya.